Assalamualaikum dan selamat sejahtera. Okay, so good to see you again in this video. Okay, so today we are going to learn the new subtopic in the chapter 2, Cell Biology and Organization. So the title of this subtopic is Living Process in Multicellular Organism. Yeah. Okay, so these are the learning standards that you have to cover for today. Yeah. Okay, first, correlate the uniqueness of specialized cell structure with their function in multicellular organism. Okay, second, identify specialized cell in multicellular organism. Okay, third, analyze the density of certain organelles with the function of specialized cells in multicellular organism. Then number 4, describe the effects of deficiency, absence or failure in the function of an organelle of certain cells in multicellular organism. So basically in this subtopic, you have to identify the specialized cells in humans and plants, and also analyze the density of the certain organelles. Yeah. Okay. So that refer to the learning standard that we are going to discuss today. Yeah. Okay. Let's go to the types of specialized cells found in the human. Okay, there are a few types of the specialized cells that you have to know, and also remember the function. Okay, so for example, okay, the first one is muscle cells. Yeah, muscle cells. Okay, this is the muscle cells. Okay, arranged as multinuclear striated fibers. Okay, what is the function? Contract and relax to generate movement or to enable movement. Okay, so that is the muscle cell. Okay, second one, red blood cell. Here, the red blood cell. Okay, red blood cell does not contain a nucleus. Yeah, the shape also a biconcave disc. Yeah, okay. Why the red blood cell does not contain a nucleus? Okay, because to provide more surface area to hemoglobin, yeah, for transport more oxygen to the whole body. Okay, function to optimize transportation of oxygen. Okay, so that is a red blood cell. Okay, then we go to the sperm cell. Okay, sperm cell has a long tail to enable it to swim towards the ovum in the fallopian tube. It also has a head, yeah, to carry a set of chromosomes from the male. Okay. Next, we go to the nerve cell. So this is the nerve cell. Okay, this is the nerve cell, long and thin in shape. Yeah, function to send nerve impulse. Yeah, to send nerve impulse. Okay, then epithelial cell. Yeah, epithelial cells, thin and flat cell, coats the surface of organs such as the digestive tract. Coats or cover the surface of organs such as digestive tract. Yeah. What is digestive tract? Yeah, digestive tract is the alimentary canal ataupun saluran pencernaan. Yeah. Okay, next we go to the white blood cell. Yeah, white blood cell. So white blood cell can change shape, and the function is to destroy pathogen. Yeah, to destroy pathogen. What is pathogen? Pathogen refer to the bad microorganism that cause disease. Yeah, okay, for example, virus. Okay. Alright, so these are the 6 types of the specialized cell found in the human, and then you should remember the function. Okay. Okay, next we go to the types of specialized cell found in plant. Yeah, found in plant. Okay. So there are a few types, yeah, of cell that you should remember and you should know, right? Okay, the first is the sieve tube element. Yeah, sieve tube element is one of the phloem component. Yeah, it is a long cylindrical tube arranged from end to end. Okay, the functions same with the function of the phloem. Yeah, what is it? Transport organic materials from leaf to storage organs such as fruit. Okay, then xylem vessel. Xylem vessel is a component of the xylem. Yeah, it is a long, continuous, hollow tube. Yeah, and the function of the xylem vessel is same with the xylem. Okay, what is the function of the xylem? Transport water and minerals, right? Okay. Next, we go to the palisade mesophyll cell. Palisade mesophyll cell. Yeah. Palisade mesophyll cells is a cell that found in the leaf, yeah, in the structure of the leaf. Okay, consists of long cylindrical cells arranged vertically and close to each other. Contains high chlorophyll density. Yeah, okay, so it contains high chlorophyll. Yeah, high chlorophyll. Okay, for what? Yeah, to allow the maximum absorption. Yeah, for sunlight. Yeah, of sunlight for photosynthesis. Yeah, so palisade mesophyll is played an important role in the photosynthesis. Yeah. And the spongy mesophyll cell, again, spongy mesophyll cells that are loosely arranged, yeah, with lots of the air space. Yeah. So a large air space allows the exchange of gases from inside of the leaf. Yeah. Okay. So these two type of cells we can find in the leaf. Yeah. Okay, we can find in the leaf. Okay, don't worry for this type of cells because we are going to learn more in detail about this type of cell during Form 5. Yeah. Okay. Gut cell. Okay, gut cells. Okay, atau dalam bahasa Melayunya sel pengawal. So gut cell is a very important. Yeah. It is a modified lower epidermal cells. Yeah. Okay, modified lower epidermal cells, which are very important to control the opening and the closing of the stoma. Yeah? Okay. Control the opening and closing of the stoma. Okay, what is the stoma? Stoma is an opening, yeah, opening that allow the exchange of the gases occur, yeah, between the plants and the environment. Yeah, okay. So root hair cells. Okay, root hair cells. It is a specialized cell that found at the root. Yeah, at the root. Okay. It has a long projection. Yeah, long projection. Okay. Which adds surface area for the absorption of water and mineral salt. So every root has a root hair cell. Yeah, root hair cell. Okay, for what? To maximize the absorption of water and mineral salt. Okay, so these are a few types of the specialized cells found in the plant. You should remember the examples. Yeah, the examples and a little bit function of this type of cells. Yeah? Okay, now let's go to the 4 different types of tissues in the human. Okay, so what is the definition of the tissue? Okay, do you still remember what is tissue? Okay, so tissues are a group of cells, yeah, that have the same structure and function, yeah, and are arranged together to carry out a specific function. Yeah. So please go to page 32. There is a definition of the tissue. So make sure you can know what is tissue. Tissue is referred to a group of same cells, yeah, that carry the same function, that have the same structure, carry the same function. Yeah. Okay, so that is the tissue. So there are 4 different types of tissue in human that you should know. The first is epithelial tissue. Second is muscle tissue. The third is connective tissue. And number 4 is nerve tissue. Yeah. Okay. Next, we go one by one. Okay, so types of epithelial tissue. So majority, most of the tissue in the body consists of epithelial tissue. So we can find epithelial tissue in a certain part of the body. Yeah. Okay. So for example, epithelial tissue covers the surface of lungs, body cavities, and blood vessel. Yeah. Okay. Epithelial tissue cover the surface of lung, body cavities, and blood vessel. Yeah. Okay. What do you mean by body cavity? Body cavity ni adalah ruang badan. Ya. Contohnya that has a tube there. Ya. Okay. Contoh esophagus. Ya. The body cavity. Okay. Then number 2, epithelial tissue lines tubule, gland, and kidney ducts. Yeah, okay. So epithelial tissue lines the tubule, glands, and kidney ducts. Okay. Later we'll discuss more about what is gland, what is the tubule. Yeah, okay. Maybe in the next topic. Yeah. Then the third one, epithelial tissue cover the small intestine. Yeah, cover the small intestine. So small intestine is the main organ in the digestion. Yeah. So epithelial tissue will cover the surface of the small intestine. And then epithelial tissue cover the surface of the trachea and the bronchus. Yeah. Where is the trachea and bronchus? In our respiratory tract. Yeah. Okay. Epithelial tissue cover the surface of the mouth and esophagus. Yeah. Okay. Cover the surface of the mouth and esophagus. Okay. So there is a few types of the epithelial tissue. Next, we go to the types of muscle tissue. Okay, so there are 3 types of the muscle tissue that you should memorize. Yeah, you should know and memorize. Okay, so what are they? Okay, the first one is smooth muscle tissue. Okay, the structure is like this. Yeah, the structure is like this. Make sure you can memorize how does the structure look alike. Yeah, okay. So smooth muscle tissue. Yeah, involved in the involuntary activities. Yeah, so we go to this one. Contraction and relaxation of smooth muscle enable involuntary activities such as peristalsis along the digestive tract. Okay, so apa maksud involuntary activity? Aktiviti yang tidak terkawal, maksudnya yang tidak dikawal. Ya, okay. For example, peristalsis. What is a peristalsis? The movement of food along the digestive tract. Kita tak sedar makanan yang kita makan tu dia akan turun melalui digestive tract. Okay, by what process? Peristalsis. That controlled by smooth muscle. Okay. Then second one, skeletal muscle tissue. Skeletal muscle tissue. Alright. Okay, skeletal muscle tissue involved in control movement. In control activity. Terlibat dalam pergerakan yang terkawal. Okay, skeletal muscle contract and relax to generate movement in bones and limbs. Okay, skeletal muscle contract and relax. Okay, contract and relax skeletal muscle. So maksud merujuk kepada tisu otot. Otot-otot di badan kita. Okay. Next, we go to the cardiac muscle. Okay. Cardiac muscle, okay, the structure is like this. The structure is like this, the cardiac muscle. Cardiac muscle builds walls of the heart. Means that we can find the cardiac muscle in the heart only. Okay, why the name is cardiac? Because cardiac refers to the heart. Okay, heart. So it will contract. Okay, contract to pump blood to the whole body. Cardiac muscle contraction is involuntary. Involuntary. Nerve tissue. Okay, so what is a nerve tissue? Nerve tissue is made up of a neuron or a nerve cells. neuron is the other name for the nerve cell. Yeah? So each neuron consists of a cell body, and dendrite and also the axon. Okay, so don't worry for this one, because we will discuss more about the nerve cells later, in the next topic. Okay, so what is the function of the nerve tissue? You just have to know that nerve tissue send the impulse or send the information in the form of the nerve impulse to the effector. Okay, so just know the function of the nerve tissue to send impulse. To send impulse to the brain or from the brain to the effector. Okay, so that is the nerve tissue. Okay, next we go to the connective tissue. So there are a few types of the connective tissue. A few types of the connective tissue. So this one you should remember the example of the connective tissue. For example, this one, loose connective tissue. Loose connective tissue, it links the epithelial tissue to the tissue below it and fix the organ in their position. Okay, that is loose connective tissue. And the fibrous connective tissue, so this tissue form the tendons and ligament. Tendons and ligament. Tendons connect bone to the muscle, while ligament connect bone to the bone. Alright, okay, so that is a fibrous connective tissue. Tendon and ligament are the examples of the fibrous connective tissue. And then the blood tissue. Blood tissue, white blood cell, red blood cells, they are a connective tissue. So they are play important role in the transportation. Transportation, regulation, and also the protection of the body. Okay, the other examples of the connective tissue is the bone. Bone tissue. Bones form the body frame and protect the internal organs. So this is the bone tissue. Okay, then adipose tissue. Adipose tissue, it is a connective tissue that keeps fat under the skin dermis and the surface of all main organs. Okay, so adipose tissue refer to the adipose layer in the skin. Okay. Cartilage. So cartilage enclose bone tips. To prevent the bone from wearing out. Okay, cartilage. Cartilage refer to the soft bone. For example, our ear. Our ear cartilage. Okay. Meristem tissue can be divided into two types. Okay, what are they? Apical meristem tissue and the lateral meristem tissue. Okay, apical meristem tissue and lateral meristem tissue. So there is two types of the meristem tissue. Okay, we go to the permanent tissue. Permanent tissue can be divided into three types of the permanent tissue. Okay, what are they? Dermal tissue or epidermal tissue, then ground tissue, and the vascular tissue. Okay, dermal tissue, ground tissue, and the vascular tissue. Okay, ground tissue can be divided into three types of the tissue. Okay, what are they? Please pronounce it correctly and then also spell it correctly. Okay, what are they? Parenchyma tissue, collenchyma tissue, and sclerenchyma tissue. Okay, I repeat. Parenchyma tissue, collenchyma tissue, and sclerenchyma tissue. Okay, so they are a ground tissue. Okay, vascular tissue can be divided into two. What are they? Xylem tissue and phloem tissue. Okay, so these are referred to the organization of the tissue in plant. Make sure you can know that there are two types of the tissue in the plant. What are they? Meristem and permanent tissue. Okay, we look at the examples of the ground tissue. Okay, just now we already discussed about the ground tissue. Okay, the parenchyma tissue, the collenchyma tissue, and sclerenchyma tissue. So this is the parenchyma tissue. So this is the parenchyma tissue. Function is to store starch, protein, and water. So this tissue can also carry out photosynthesis. This is the most basic tissue. In in the plant. Yeah, okay, parenchyma tissue to store starch, protein, and water. Okay, second one, collenchyma tissue. Yeah, collenchyma tissue. Yeah, a little bit different from the parenchyma. It function in giving support to the young and also non-woody stem, yeah, especially herbaceous plant. Yeah, okay. So that is the collenchyma tissue. What we can see the difference between a parenchyma and collenchyma tissue, the cell wall of the collenchyma tissue is a little bit thicker, yeah, than the parenchyma tissue. Yeah, okay. And then we go to the sclerenchyma tissue. Okay, so this is the sclerenchyma tissue. So we can see the difference between the three of them. Yeah, the sclerenchyma tissue has a thicker cell wall. Yeah, the thick cell wall there. Okay. So what is the function of the sclerenchyma tissue? Function in providing support and mechanical strength to all major parts of the plant, yeah? Providing support and mechanical strength, yeah? Because of the cell walls consist of the lignin, so it make the cell a little bit rigid, yeah? Menjadi keras, yeah? So it will provide support and mechanical strength, yeah? Okay, that is the ground tissue, yeah? Then, okay, vascular tissue. Okay, so these are the vascular tissue of the plant. What are they? Xylem tissue and phloem tissue. Yeah, okay, xylem tissue and phloem tissue. So what is the function of the xylem? Xylem function in transport of water and mineral salts, yeah, from the root to the other parts of the plant. But the phloem. Phloem is important. Okay, next we are going to look at the density of certain cell components and specialized cell function. Okay, means that the density of the certain organelles, and relation with the function of the cell. Okay, for example, okay, take a look on this, right? Okay, sperm cell, muscle cell, and plant meristem cells, yeah. The organelle found in abundance, yeah, means that the organelles that can be found a lot, yeah, in the cells are mitochondrion. Yeah, so there is a lot of the mitochondrion in the sperm cell, muscle cell, and plant meristem cell. Yeah. Okay, so relate with the function. Yeah. Okay, why there is a lot of the mitochondrion in the sperm cell? Because it requires a lot of energy to swim towards the fallopian tube, yeah, to fertilize the secondary oocyte or the ovum, yeah. Okay, and then the muscle cell, yeah, muscle cell requires a lot of energy to contract and relax that enable movement and also flight, yeah. That's why it need a lot of the mitochondrion, yeah. And then plant meristem cell, yeah. So what is a meristem cell? We just discussed just now, yeah. Okay, so what is meristem cell? It is a refer to the cell that young and actively divide, yeah, actively dividing cell. So it requires a lot of energy to carry out cell division, yeah, in order to produce a new cell, yeah. Okay, so that is referred to the sperm cell, muscle cell, and plant meristem cell. Contain a lot of mitochondrion. Okay, now we go to the palisade mesophyll cell and spongy mesophyll cell. Contain a lot of the chloroplast, yeah, a lot of the chloroplast, yeah. Organelle found in abundance is chloroplast. Why? Okay, so go to the function to absorb more sunlight to carry out the photosynthesis process, yeah. Okay, so that is referred to the palisade mesophyll cell and spongy mesophyll cell. Okay, now we go to the pancreatic cell and goblet cell.